bless your name. We ask, as we have come together today, Lord, we ask for your guidance. We ask for your support. We ask that you direct us through this session of the inaugural lecture. We bless your name. We thank you because we know all this.
From the University of UDOUDOH and other universities, the Chairman, Committee of Deans, of Academic Director and Administrative Directorates, all here present. Professors and permanent members of the Senate, INAMIS, Directors of Academic Affairs also here, Head of Academic and Administrative Departments as well as units. Chairman and President of Staff, President of Student Unions, members of the university community and the town, statesmen, politicians, as well as captains of industries also here. Very distinguished invitees and members of the host communities also present here. My lords, spiritual and temporal, students of the University of UDOUDOH, family members of the inaugural lecturer, friends, man of this occasion, gentlemen of the praise, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me heartily welcome you to the 1,000-seater Tetfund Auditorium of our university, a venue for the 104th Inaugural Lecture of this prestigious institution. An inaugural lecture such as now is a significant academic ritual and ceremony in a lifetime opportunity to tell the whole world, friends, family members, public, what he or she professes. At a lecture such as this August one, a lecturer seeks and hopes to present his rich achievements in the area of research, community service, social engagement, as well as teaching activities to the public. Today, the 104th inaugural lecture shall be presented by a very renowned professor, an expert in management in the Faculty of Environmental Studies. This is going to be very breathtaking. It's going to be rewarding and very, very interesting for us to learn, relearn, and unlearn. To set the ball rolling at this August occasion, please permit me to respectfully invite the chairman over the entire university as our father. He also is the executive vice chancellor of our dear prestigious University of UDOUDOH. Very distinguished ladies, so UDOUDOH, the vice chancellor of our university, for his opening remarks.
Thank you very much, the man and the one-woman band. The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, the principal officers, our friends who have come from far and near, great members of the University of UDOUDOH Senate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol on us and for us. And to the extent that among the living, and for a very wonderful weather that has given to us, a very clement one in the midst of rainy season. Having said, I want to welcome you formally on behalf of University of Uyo community to our monthly tonic. I'm talking about inaugural lecture, which is taken serious in the University of Uyo. As you have been told, this is the 104th inaugural lecture. And the lecturer is our renowned professor, Professor Francis Pius UDOUDOH. And he's going to talk. See them along Airport Road in particular. See them everywhere. Say, come and invest. Vibrate. Professor UDOUDOH, I'm sure you are ready to vibrate. So we can't tell him not to vibrate today. So I welcome you, and as I will sit and let him lecture us, for us to agree hereafter that yes, it's necessary, it's important to go into the real estate investment or otherwise. So welcome, listen to us, and at the end of the day, I'm sure you'll go back better. The benefit shall be that of humanity. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, our dear Vice Chancellor, for that opening remarks. Is because we have media outfits who are covering, who are seated at the back of these seats, to please draw close so as to allow these chairs in front row here, please. Thank you. Please, you do that in some seconds. Our dear Vice Chancellor, distinguished of these events, to present the inaugural lecturer at this event is a man that is very cerebral, a role model in the microphone business, professor of criminology from the Department of Sociology and Anthropology, faculty lecturer, Professor Nwaniba S. Brown.
Thank you. The Vice Chancellor, sir, members of University Management, the inaugural lecturer, the Dean and the Deans, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nwaniba Brown, as has been presented. I have this task of presenting to us the 104th inaugural lecturer, that anyone here who was born as a first child and a first son to the family of late Obong Sir Luke Pius UDOUDOH, Knight of St. John's International, and Lady Julia Pius UDOUDOH of a Saint Knighthood of Ikore Senam Obum in Orogonam local government area, Akwa Ibom State. If you were born at the time, it was Opobo Division. If you were born at the time at Orok was part of Ikorobasi, and part of Ikorobasi, and Anam would share. If you were born at the time that you attended several primary schools, if you were born and then you completed your elementary education at St. Luke's School, Ikore Senam in 1975, if your dad traveled abroad, the United States at the time, if you went to have your secondary education at Regina County, if you also had a national diploma in town and regional planning, and over time you attended the University of Nigeria and Nsukka and you graduated in 1990, and then you went further to bag your Master of Science degree in 2006 and a Doctor of Philosophy degree in 2024, and their name is Francis Pius UDOUDOH, and you are a professor of estate management. May I request that you rise and remain standing. So the Vice Chancellor, sir, distinguished that on graduation in 1990, he was posted to have his national assignment at the National Population Commission, Benin City. At that time, it was Bendel State. That he also was redeployed to Aniocha Local Government Office, Ogwasi Oku, period He was elected as the cause liaison officer for the local government area. Returning home after the passing out ceremonies of estate surveyors and valuers located at number 2 Atekong Drive in Calabar, traced him to his village with an appointed resident estate surveyor. Within a period of less than 3 months, Akwa Ibom State Civil Service offered him another employment as valuation officer in the Rating and Valuation Directorate, Deputy Governor's Office, Uyo. After barely 2 years, he was elevated to the position of head of directorate because officers he met on assumption of duty were either promoted and stroke or transferred to others. He was appointed on secondment to head the estate department at the newly established Akwa Ibom State College of Agriculture, Obiokpa, which currently serves as Obiokpa campus of Akwa Ibom State University. In November of the same year, he had appointment with the University of Uyo as a pioneer permanent. Besides teaching and research, Professor UDOUDOH had at various times been appointed to high and sensitive positions of responsibilities and leadership within the university. He served as a staff advisor to estate management students. He also served as the departmental examination officer. He served as the acting head of the department, making him the longest serving head of the department because he served from January 2015 to January 2020, 5 solid and full years. He also served as a departmental postgraduate coordinator. It is on record that during his period, he resuscitated the postgraduate programs of the department, which were in state of comatose after the graduation of our first batch of MSc students in 2012. Urban infrastructure economics, oil spill and environmental valuation into the curriculum of academic programs for the master's students and department in order to train high-level manpower on how to manage fiscal infrastructure and the environment for improved human life index. Mr. Chairman, sir, Professor UDOUDOH facilitated the graduation of many MSc and PhD students that had hitherto to spend 6 to 8 years with no hope really of completion. He has successfully supervised 130 undergraduates. He also served as Vice Dean, Faculty of Environmental Studies from 2019 to 2020. Professor UDOUDOH is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers and is registered with the Estate Surveyors and Valuers Registration Board of Nigeria. By his career trajectory, he has served in various capacities, including Assistant Secretary, Akwa Ibom State Branch of the institution. He has served as chairman of a committee, including Education Committee. He has also distinguished himself. Little wonder, he was awarded a Distinguished Professional Nobility Award at the Institute of Corporate Administration of Nigeria. He has been a visiting scholar to various universities and is an astute scholar who has attended several schools, several conferences, local and international, where he has presented thought-provoking papers on issues of the moment. These interactive sessions have granted him opportunities to share knowledge with the academic and professional colleagues, culminating into the publication of well over 65 peer-reviewed articles in both local and offshore high-impact journals, book chapters, policy, administration, urban infrastructure, economics, real estate development, etc. Specialties such as real estate and infrastructure economics in urban Nigeria, land policy in African context, and has co-edited several other works. Professor UDOUDOH was actively involved in students' politics during his youthful days. Then on creation of Akwa Ibom State in 1987, he was elected to the position of Secretary at Akwa Ibom State Student Campus. In his village, he has served as Secretary Ikoresenam Youth Association and is currently the chairman Ikoresim as a chieftain of village matters. The chairman, that will pass for some contribution to the community. Let me note that he has also made a name for himself as a second person in both Akwa Ibom and Cross River States to bag a PhD in estate management and to be inducted into the pantheon of professors of estate management in any university after Professor Godfrey UDOUDOH. This scholar is a devoted Christian of the Catholic faith, and from birth had belonged to many pious societies, including the St. Sebastian Society, Council of Elders of Catholic Main Organization, member project committee, and chairman maintenance committee of St. Peter's Church, University of Uyo. He performed same responsibilities at home in his parish. Professor UDOUDOH is no doubt a warm-hearted, listening, and very considerate person. His strong sense of integrity is one that endears him to his academic and professional colleagues, friends and students alike. However, he is a stickler to discipline and never condones mediocrity nor minces words when hard truth has to be told. UDOUDOH is a scholar of national and international distinction with invested interest in real estate development appraisal. One of the leading authorities in his formed their